Okay.
Okay, hi, Jolene, and everybody else that's watching this video. I know it's very hard for you guys to get on for the team meeting, but we're still going to have it. We're still going to do Q&A, and hopefully you enjoy all the information that we have here. So Jolene is our scripting master for the Team Witness Fitness team. She's amazing. She's consistent, and her success rate is incredible. She's added a lot of wonderful coaches to this team and great clients that really want to make changes in their life. So it's much easier to work with these people that are wanting to see results. And these scripts really help you weed out those people so that it's easier for you to coach them. So we're going to go over the scripting, how to invite, when to invite, who to invite, when to slow down and just form and get to know these people. We're going to go over all that. Jolene, if you can share some information, and then maybe we can do some Q&A after. What do you think?
Yes, sounds good. Just a little background. The past few months, I've kind of changed up how I talk to people and what to say and how to form them. And, just really build that relationship. And that is key when you talk to anybody. Just build that relationship. And, we'll go over all that. But last month, so July, I signed 6 coaches. And not all of them are, active. They're in it for the discount. But, I feel that Beachbody is amazing. The products are amazing. And, if they don't sign up, they're missing out on this great opportunity if they decide to build a business in the future. So far this month, I have 21 Success Club points, which is huge for me. And
that's awesome. That is really cool.
7 coaches so far. So, it's just, as I said, it's just building that relationship. And really, the key to that also is being consistent. If they went to my page and saw nothing, they wouldn't want to work with me. They see me, talking about health and fitness, being active, what I like to do, me being a product of the product. And that is key with this business. You have to be consistent. And we say that all the time. And I know it's hard to post. You don't have to do sweaty selfies all the time, but just post something that, shows people that this is your life, because they're going to want to follow you. They're going to want to work with you if they see that.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's that.
Consistency is key. I know, because I felt it this month from not being consistent last month.
Yeah.
So, good tips. Okay. So, we'll start with who to invite.
Okay.
And when to invite them and when to just form. Like, how do you decide based on the people the people you haven't really talked to, and then maybe people just from like your like page or your Instagram? How do you decide where they fall?
Yeah, there's a few ways that I invite people. I take people off my Facebook friends, and people who I haven't sent a message to in the past, I'll send them one. Hey, how's it going? I look at their page. What have you been up to? I see blah, 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 blah. So that way, I have a conversation starter. Yesterday, I sent a message. She's a friend of a friend who I added a long time ago, having never talked to her. And when you see friend of friend, add them and send them a message. That's where you're going to build your network, is by having those friends of friends of friends. You have like 50 people in common, add them and throw them a message. Hey, my name's Jolene. I saw that we have a lot of mutual friends and we have looks like a lot in common. I hope it's okay that we start, that I contacted you.
Yeah.
So go to their page, look at their life. Some people have it completely private. A lot of people don't. So you can look at their pages, if you're already friends with them, comment on their pages. And Facebook has a really cool feature, which I'm not getting into today, but I'll get into another day, where you can make a list of people that you want to comment on their page. So when you click that little like prospects tab, all of their feed, like everybody they've talked to, the pictures they upload are all in there. So you're not looking at all this crap on Facebook, that
Oh,
Facebook.
that's so cool. We're going to have to make a tutorial for that. That is awesome.
Yeah. So, that's what I've been doing, and really just like commenting on pictures, Anyways, back to my story. So I looked at this one girl's page, and she went to a country concert. And so I threw her a message, and I was like, hey, how's it going? I know we haven't talked in the past, but I know we have friends. And I saw that you went to Kenny Chesney or whoever it was. And I said, I just went to Shania Twain. How did you like the concert? I thought Shania Twain, find something in common that you can just relate. That way you don't have to present the business right away. You're already forming them. You're talking to them. You ask them about work, So are you working? Do you have a family? Or if you look at their pictures, they have kids. How old are your kids? Relate to them. Just build that conversation. And if you're friends, you're going to start popping up in their feeds. So if you're consistent posting on your page, they're going to see that. And they're going to start commenting on your stuff and seeing what you're going to do. And they may come to you and ask you questions. So that's one way to find people to invite. Another way is I have a like page, and it's actually blowing up. I have had in 1 week like over 50 page likes, which was huge before. So people are seeing my stuff pop up in their newsfeed because Facebook likes what I'm presenting, which is a whole other story. But I take people from, say somebody comments on an ad. I had posted a business ad about the business. I posted one, and I did pay for it. But I, narrowed down my audience, and people liked it or commented on it. So those who like or comment, I will throw them a message and send them a friend request. Now, the thing with a like page is chances are it's going to go into their other folder. So my suggestion is look at their page, see if you can find a little bit out about them. From there, is it worth paying the $1 to go into their inbox or not? I have been doing that, and it's proving successful. So from there, you pay the $1, you add them to your network, as a friend, you talk to them, because they're already interested in the business or the group. So now you don't have to really present that to them. You form them. So after you send them the initial message, which I'm going to screen share right here.
Okay. And these are people that have sent you a message on your like page or commented or commented. Okay. So what I usually do for people that have commented on my like page is that I'll comment back to them because it adds affinity to that post. And I'll say, I enjoy seeing you on my post. Is it okay if I add you to my personal page?
Yes.
And then I'll find them via their email or whatever. I haven't dove into the pain to talk to them yet. I usually just try and make them move another direction, which is why most of my posts include my email and asking them to message me that way.
Yeah. So, there's multiple ways.
Yeah.
A lot of videos from top coaches who do pay. And that's why I've started to add that. I wasn't before, but I knew I would be missing out on a lot of good people. So that's why I say look at their page and see if it's worth paying that $1 for. Just don't send it to everybody. If there's like a 50-year-old woman or an 80, 70, 80, year old woman who follows me and likes, I'm not going to pay for that. If it's,
I'm not going to pay for that.
a lot of them,
no, I get it.
Other, products. And so I'm not going to pay for that, so just look at their stuff to make sure it's worth it.
So is this your like master plan right here? I feel like I'm like in a vault of awesomeness right now.
I know. So I have different scenarios, which I've done about how to start conversations with people. And my suggestion is that I use Evernote because you can categorize it. You can make a notebook of all like scripts, all, different types of things. And I absolutely love it. So I use Evernote to do this. And this one is what I have this open, the screen open all the time. And from here, I have different scenarios and copy and paste these and make it your own. So people who I've never met before who, I see them post something somewhere else, and then, I'll just throw them a message. I don't do that as much anymore because it's weird. Let me tell you, Natalie knows I've had weird conversations. So if it's out of the blue person, chances are you may not want to send them a message. Try to comment on things, or especially if it's in a Facebook group, talk to them, build the relationships in the group. And then from there, say, hey, I'm interested in networking. Would you mind if we became Facebook friends and started talking from there? So there's so many different scenarios and conversation starters, and I change these scripts all the time for so that's why you'll see 6 or 7, in a row for that same thing, because it's a little different depending on the conversation, depending on how I inform them and what they're liking or what they're commenting on. So I posted a video of me doing size. I have this thing coming up and people are like, I'm interested. So what do you say to them when they say they're interested? Well, I'm going to send them a message. This is what I've been doing right now. Thank you so much for your interest. I'd love to share with you the details about my upcoming group. Will you share with me your overall health and fitness goals? So from there, I'm going to form them with what their interests are. So from here, I'm going to drop all the way down to these questions here. You're not going to copy and paste this whole thing. You're going to go one at a time and go with the flow with the conversation. Ask them questions. I want to lose weight. Well, how much weight do you want to lose? Why do you want to lose weight? Are you exercising? What's your diet like? Are you busy? If they say, yeah, I'm a mom of 5 kids and, I work full time. Okay, well, they're busy. So in your mind, start thinking about what programs would be good for them. Say, how much time can you devote to working out? That kind of stuff. Get to know them that way, and also ask them personal questions and relate to them. Like when people are like, oh yeah, I have a 1st grader and a 3rd grader. I'm like, my kids just started 1st grade too. I can't believe how quick time flies. It's breaking my heart that they're not here during the day. Relate to them.
Question.
Yes.
Do you ever send multiple questions in one message, or do you really go through every single question one by one in a lengthy conversation?
If I put more than one question, they're not going to answer it. I do one, they don't answer all the questions.
Oh, they pick which ones they want to answer.
Yeah, they don't choose them all. So this way, you're going to go back and forth, and it may take you a whole day. It may take you 2 days. It may take up to 5 days. It depends on when they respond and blah, blah, blah. But, I ask them one at a time. So how much weight would you like to lose? They, answer. Are you exercising? They answer. That kind of stuff. Oh, what kind of exercises do you like to do?
Question.
Yes.
I'm totally interrupting you.
Yeah.
So this has happened to me on more than one occasion, so I'm assuming it happens to you or anybody else that's watching this video. When you're doing this back and forth, have you ever had somebody says, okay, just cut to the chase, what is it?
Yes.
And how do you handle that? Because I had someone who was like, I've seen it works, I trust you, I do have to go through all of this. And I was like, what do you do?
Yeah, so then this is what I say. The reason why I ask you questions is so I can get to know you and make sure I'm finding the best program product for you and what your goals are.
Yeah,
so that's what I say.
Is that inside of your scripts? Do you have that as a scenario? I think I might have gave you an idea right now.
I think I have it somewhere. But if not, I'll find it and put it in there. But anyways, that's what you would say, just say, I just want to get to know you. It's not very often that has happened, but it does. And then they don't respond to me anymore. Well, that's okay. I don't need them. Move on to the next person, Yeah. So after you ask these questions, okay, you don't have to ask them all. Go with the flow, go with the scenario, jump down. Here's some more ideas here you can use too. Okay, so then you jump down and then you're going to write about you, your story. You're going to have your picture here, your transformational or you can use me, you can use Natalie, you know.
My story is really good. Anytime I've sent, because I've done a similar scenario, anytime I've just sent, I'm like, I think it's important that you understand where I'm coming from as your coach. That's kind of like what I add in there. And I send that to them. And it doesn't close with any questions, but they just write me back like, wow, how long did that take you? And you get to be honest and real with them.
Yeah. And so that's what I did. I wrote about me. I gained a lot of weight when I was pregnant. I've suffered eating disorders. I had to lose 90 pounds. How did I do that? How did I get through that? So I explained that. I learned how to eat healthy. I learned how to exercise from home, being home with infant twins, and I didn't really say anything but me and how it's worked for me. And then I put the picture. I've never had one negative comment. Everyone's like, wow, this is awesome. This is such an inspirational story. Thank you.
I like it. I love this part of the script, and I think it's so important. It's the longest part, but when you take the time to be genuine and tell your story, plus I think it's important that we should have something ready at any given point, because we will meet people in public, or we will have conversations. They'll be like, oh, okay, well, what was your success with it? And kind of having that like egg on your face is not a good feeling.
Yeah.
So getting in the habit of telling your story by typing this out and using it, I think that's amazing.
It's great. And then from there, so I put the about me, then I put the picture all in one message, send it. And then I have been using this one. Okay. So they've seen it. I don't wait till they respond. Another message underneath. And as Natalie said, this is the longest part, but that's okay, because now they know about you and your story. And then you go into, okay, so this is what I can offer you. When you join one of my boot camps, this is what you're going to get. And then you end with a simple, does this sound like something that could benefit you? Yes. How much is it going to cost me? You don't say anything about the cost yet. Go down to message 3. Now, as I said, pick and choose which one, because you've probably asked a lot of these questions, but these are more specific. Okay, I'm super glad you agree that this is something for you. I'll get into the details and the cost, but I have a few more questions for you. What's your height and weight? What kind of exercises do you like?
And then you send these inside of a bulk, not one by one, right?
This is inside a bulk. I just copy it, and paste it. That's all I do. So copy and paste. They answer. They tell me their height, their weight, how much time they have to work out. They tell me everything. So from there, I give them this. Message 4. Yay, I'm so excited. I hope that these videos, these programs are good. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, you can read it.
Yeah.
And then I'll give them 2 to 3 videos only. You copy the link to the video, paste it, wait till the video pops up, delete the link. So the video link's not in your message. They'll see the picture. Post the video for the next one in the next.
Does Facebook allow you to do that in one message, or is that just via?
One video at a time.
Okay.
So one video at a time, you're going to copy, wait till the video loads, delete the link, and paste it, or just push enter, and do 2 to 3. Normally, the ones that I've been doing are 21-day fix, Beachbody on demand, and size. Sometimes I'm not going to do size. Sometimes I'm going to do PIO if they can't do, intense exercises. With Beachbody on demand, I offer getting them a custom calendar, fitness calendar, which can post a link about where to go for that, according to what their needs are. Like if they can't do high impact, I'll find yoga videos on, the on demand for them, or Pilates type workouts that they can use and have that different, so they don't have to follow one program if they do on demand, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So anyways, those are the ones I normally use. Then they say, I like this one, blah, blah, blah. How much is this going to cost me? Because they're going to keep asking you cost. Never reveal cost yet. Okay, so now you're going to say, okay, I'm going to get to the cost in a few minutes, but now I want to explain Shakeology. Then you go into message 5, Shakeology. And quick little snippet about it, how beneficial it is, because I know in the past, or some of you really struggle with, showing people the value of Shakeology. You need to explain that to them so they understand what they're getting into. Okay, so then you go down after message 5, Shakeology. How much is this going to cost me? Now you can talk about it. Okay, so for everything in my boot camp, your total investment will be a one-time fee of, put the cost, 140, 160, 80, blah, 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 whatever it is they want. Then you explain 130 of that 140 is the meal replacement. That breaks down to, you're going to have to do the math according to what the cost is. So they understand that they could save money. I put in here, my husband and I budget it in our grocery bill.
Yeah.
And when you meal plan, you don't have to meal prep, but when you meal plan and you have set scheduled meals, you will save money on your grocery bill instead of going to the grocery store and picking up stuff that you think you need. Trust me, you can. And Shakeology is affordable.
Definitely.
You have to budget it in. So, then I also talk that if they don't want to go for the on-demand, that they also get on-demand for 30 days for free.
Yeah.
Okay, so from there, you go into this one. Okay, this sounds great. Okay, great. I'm so excited to get you on board. I have 2 enrollment options for you. The second option just doesn't make sense. So then here are my options. When you purchase a challenge pack, you also have the ability to sign up with a discounted membership. Blah, blah, blah. Or you can sign up for a challenger. Everybody I give this option to, they all say, the majority, I've had one say that she doesn't want to sign up as a coach right yet. She wants to try Shakeology first, which is fine because when you sign up in the future, you still get your coaching fee waived. So I do that. And they're like, okay, great. Let's get started. How do I do this? Or what all does this include? So then you can go into your options. This is what the challenge plaque includes. You're going to get your workout with blah, 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 many videos. You're going to get your 30 days worth of Shakeology. You're going to get your container, whatever program you can put what they get in it. And then they're all like, okay, let's do this. And then I use the Coach mobile app, sign them up, send them the invoice. And then from there, I'll get them a meal plan. Even if it's a 21-day fix, I break down the 21-day fix for them. They'll get that from me according to what their containers are because they've told me their weight. So now I can figure out what bracket they would fall under. And then I'll send them a new coach welcome email, which will include the 3 types of coaches that they could be. They can be a discount, they can be a hobby, or they can be an all-in coach. And it'll explain all that. And I will post that to the pages.
Thank you. So I think the most important thing to remember with this script is that it's not all just copy paste. You will copy and paste, but after seeing what applies to you, who you're talking to, where you're at in your conversation, if you've already known them, you have specific scenarios and multiple options for those scenarios.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back just 5 seconds, before you answered all this. Our top question, because I went through our team pages, and our top questions were how long before you invite somebody that's new? Do you have like a rule of thumb, or is it based on the kind of conversation that you're having? What kind of,
You can't put a time frame on a conversation.
Good.
You're building a relationship. You're getting them to trust you. You're getting to learn about them. Some people may not be ready yet. A lot of my customers and coaches I've talked to for months before they sign up. Mm-hmm. I, just keep telling them that I'm there for them. Let me know when you're ready, oh, I'm not ready yet, or no, I'm not interested, or, that kind of stuff. You can always offer them the free clean eating group, which we have, the first of every month. You know, I have a running list of people of my groups for the month, and I keep adding to it. You know, every day I add, you know, so-and-so to this group, so-and-so to that group, you know. So it's all about building that conversation and following up. Yes, I have conversations that I have not followed up with because the person didn't respond, and I've sent them the videos. You know what? I'll go back and say, hey, you know what? This is where you can do, hold on, let's screen share. Hold on 1 second.
I think this is great because it's as far as conversation, there's no kind of locked in time how that conversation goes. Just sort of fill it out. It's kind of just when it's appropriate to speak up and say things. It's like normal conversation that we have.
Exactly.
What is it okay for me to open up and tell this new friend more information about myself? It's kind of using your own gauge.
Yeah.
It works the same way. It's just like you're talking to somebody at a park or meeting somebody new.
Exactly.
At work.
I've also included follow-ups. You haven't talked to somebody in a while.
Not at all.
Responded. So I have all the different scenarios. So like here, you've already presented the videos, blah, blah, blah. So then you follow up with, hey, how's it going? I wanted to know if you had a chance to review my last message. You want to create a sense of urgency so they feel that if they don't get in now, they're going to miss out.
Yeah.
And so it really does work. You just have to be consistent and developing that relationship. You can't just say, so what are your weight loss goals? How much do you want to lose? Okay, great. This is how much it's going to cost, and here you go. That does not work. You really need to build these relationships. So I have different scenarios, and I keep adding to it. I change it up about all these when they don't respond, what to message to them, you know?
One last big question, because I think this is wonderful, and I'm so excited for us to post this video and post the link to this. And you know, we'll make the link so it's not editable, so people can't edit it. If you want to copy the whole thing and put it into your own and edit there, fine. But we're gonna keep the Jolene and everything as is, because that's fine. That's great, actually. I love it. One thing. One of the last biggest questions is, how do you track all of these people? Now, I know that's a whole nother demonstration, and we can post the link video that you and I found or use, but go ahead and explain what you use and how you use it.
Okay, so there's different tracking methods. It just really depends on you and what you feel more comfortable with. I will post a video on time management, how to schedule your time with following up with people, but she'll also explain how to use Google Documents to follow up with people, like doing Excel, like an Excel spreadsheet. I have done paper and pen, and I still do every day. I write down, so I know how many people I've talked to, how many new conversations I've started. I have a full binder. This is all follow-ups right here.
Badass.
Of people I talk to. And I also make note of those who I've sent video to. So instead of going up on my screen of the program I use, I can also see here, this is who I've sent friend requests to. Did they accept? I check it off. So that way I can look back at the past few days. Okay, so, you know, it's right there too. So I do both. So
I do pen to paper all day long, because honestly, studies show your brain processes information differently when you're doing pen to paper, just like you spending with cash versus a debit card. Your brain processes it differently. So I do pen to paper out of convenience, but that amount of pen and paper, like you've shown, it adds up. So as part of my work day, I have an hour gap that's scheduled out where I transcribe the information, which is great because you need that backup.
Yes.
So you can go back and forth, right? And it's easy to just transcribe it. It's no big deal to make that part of your downtime.
It's fast.
Yeah, super easy. But, you know, you can do pen and paper. Just know that you also need something where you can quickly put some kind of information in a search bar and find that person.
Yes. And that's the thing. It's like Natalie and I know we've tried until January, like, what can we use other than pen and paper? Like, this is ridiculous. I've tried like Word, Excel, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't find something that would benefit me for what I needed. So I found this fabulous video, and I'll post the link as well, to a program called Asana.
Oh, I need that
exactly.
music.
This is like the most amazing program. I'm going to screen share really quickly.
Really quickly, because I want to let you go. I know you are a working mama,
Yeah.
and you have to get the littles from school soon, so I don't want to keep you too long.
Exactly. So this is Asana. You can also download, so it goes, you can use it on your phone, your iPad, whatever. You can create projects. Right over here, I have prospects. So in here, and yes, don't look at dates. Please don't look at the dates. But
you're overdue for everybody.
I have 1,868 people just in prospects that are remaining. I mean, it's people that I follow up. So anyways, you know, you can create this prospect list, put in their name. You can put the date that you follow up with them. I do have, and I followed up with everyone from the past 4 days today. So I'm getting there. But it's like, you know, I think a lot of this is built up from last year when we were trying to coordinate and juggle everything and organize our team and ourselves all at once. So that's my excuse.
I'm still not caught up on Asana. I always have work. I always have work, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good problem to have.
Those conversations. So in here, you can put the day you follow up with them. In here, you can put in their email address, the link. If you have the link to their Facebook page, put it in here. You can click on it. It'll take you right to their page. You know, you can put their phone number in here. Then you can write notes, what you've talked about, you know, and then you can write another note like, ready to purchase now, whatever. You know, you can do that. You can make tags right here, like 21, you send them the 21-day fix video, or they purchase the 21-day fix. You can do all that in this. So if you want to write, if you want like coach prospects, you know, somebody who you think you've talked to who's interested in coaching or think they'd be interested in coaching, you can search in the search bar, coach prospects, and it'll pop up everybody who has the coach prospects link to it. I mean, this program is the best.
It's awesome. So we'll post the links to your invite scripting.
Yes.
And we'll post the link to this video to watch Asana so you guys can figure out if that's for you. I absolutely love it because of the tags. I try to do my Jolene there. I absolutely love the tags because when I was creating the Fixing the Size group, the first thing I did was go through my 21-day fix tags and make sure that I re-invited all those people that might have tried, weren't successful, didn't really take off, didn't use their materials, and say, hey, I have another fun way. Maybe you can try again with me, and invite them that way. Those tags are everything because you can't do that on pen to paper.
Exactly.
But I mean, I feel like we have to use both.
And you
got to see what works for you.
You can have a project for your customers. You can even make like a 21-day fix customer. You know, so you can separate everybody by something. You can have one for your coaches, one for your team, one for the emails that Beachbody sends you, for the free, you know, Shakeology customers, or, you know, free Team Beachbody, you know.
I tag everything. I tag if they're a mom. I tag if they're a I tag Sam. I tag mom. I tag working mom. I tag where I met them. I was featured in Black Women Lose Weight, so I tag BWLW so I know where I got them from. It also helps me figure out where most of my traffic is coming from. I tag whether or not they found me through Instagram or my Facebook like page, or a friend of a friend. I tag everything and then use that note section to copy and paste little parts of our conversation. I'll put in parentheses so I know that I'm quoting them in case I want to use that information later. Like, remember when you told me this?
That way, you know, when you go into Facebook or your emails, you're not scrolling through page like forever. It's all right there. So that's what's great about Asana. And I'll find the video link and post that as well once we.
Yes, I absolutely love it because I remember I messaged somebody and I asked them, do they feel ready for their big 25th anniversary party? Because that was their concern when they messaged me. And she was just so overwhelmed that I remembered that. Thank you, Lasana. And then I checked up on her, and then she wanted to talk to me even more. She realized that I was invested.
And that's the thing. It allows you to track, to see what you've talked about. You can follow it up. Somebody's having surgery. I have it in there. I have a follow-up. I need to talk to this person, and I'll send them a message. Hey, how are you doing? How are you feeling? How's recovery? Somebody's pregnant. I'm still going to follow up with them every few months when they're pregnant. See how they're doing. See how the baby's doing, to show them that I care. I do.
And it's genuine. It's just that you have so many people you're juggling. Have a system to help you stay genuine. Yeah.
Exactly. So, it's all about being organized and all that. So we'll post links. Let us know if you have questions.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Hopefully this helps, because I think
this is amazing.
What you all need.
I think you explaining how you send the back and forth conversation, real quick, because you're going to go. Do you use this process ever over the phone? Like, do you go through these questions over the phone? Everything is through message, right?
I do not use the phone. I get scared. It freaks me out. I have like hot flashes.
That's fine.
I'm gonna pause, but people give me hot flashes.
That's fine. I totally get it.
But for me, I just don't do phone. But you do phone.
I go back and forth. Lately, I don't do phone because I spit all over the place. But I go back and forth, and it depends. Sometimes I need to do this stuff in the middle of the night.
Yeah, you're not going to call somebody at
night. No. Yeah. So I go back and forth. You got to do what works for you. But this was fantastic. The fact that there's multiple scenarios.
Yes.
And I think that your story and the way it's set up is really awesome. I'm also going to, after this is posted with the links, I'm going to go into a comment and comment what my story looks like, because I've edited it to me. And maybe having those two examples will help people create their own.
And I've even edited mine since I've sent it out. And, so you're always going to be changing everything.
Definitely.
As I said, I'm constantly changing my wording for my scripts. So it's like a script, but it's, you copy and paste, but you might change some things. If somebody liked my video on my size, I'm not going to say thank you for your interest. I'm going to put thank you for your like on my size dance video, so they know what they liked.
Yeah. It's a great script, and it gives you room for you to make it your own. Have some personality. And I've looked at it and I've used it, and it's not cheesy. It's kind of like size, to where they break down the movements, but you kind of feel like a rock star when you're using it. It doesn't feel like this cheesy, whatever put together. You can actually use this stuff and be successful, and you have been blowing it out of the water. So thank you so much for taking a break from your pen and paper and rushing on this call before you go get your kids, because you are balancing it all. And I think you're a great example of what it looks like to be a leader. So thank you.
Just one last thing.
Yeah.
Be consistent with your posts. Be consistent. If you want this, you can have it, but you have to show people that this is your life.
Yeah.
You have to be a product of the product. You have to invite, and personal development is the biggest. Yeah, I know. I downloaded Audible. I was running today, not only listened to the National Wake Up Call, but I'm listening to the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, whatever, by
was that not Covey? No.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I'm listening to a book as I'm running. I mean, it's amazing.
Multitask.
Yeah.
Play an audio while you're driving, whatever the case is. But consistency is key. And time and time again, it's everything. If you're inviting somebody to your group, or you're inviting somebody to the coaching opportunity, will they look at your page and realize that you've been talking about this in the past? Right? I remember I had somebody review my page as a coach, and see like, what was I missing from my page? And she that's what she told me. She's like, you're never talking about that people can be on your page with you. You're just saying you're a coach and you're a boss, and you're never really sharing that other people that you're part of a team.
There you go.
That's when I started using our team hashtag, and that's when I started tagging people when I mailed out gifts. Not so I can be like, I'm so amazing, but just like, this is fun. This is part of our group. Or when I receive a gift, I tag it Not to really show about like what's going on so much, but just saying like, hey, it's a great opportunity to make a conversation piece and say, when's the last time you were appreciated for what you do? When's the last time you were recognized?
Exactly.
And, you know, what are some ways you're recognized at your job? And maybe you'll get a whole lot of comments with different ways that'll give you ideas to recognize your coaches, or you get a whole bunch of comments of people like, well, I wish I was in that kind of work environment.
Exactly.
And I think the biggest thing for us to do in this business is it's not about selling people on the dream or the product, but realizing what an influence and a blessing it's been to you and wanting other people to have that. I think that's the only reason that I share coaching. Otherwise, I would feel kind of a little like pushback on it. But I feel selfish when I don't share about it because I know how much it's changed my life, and I do want that for other people.
I mean, I can honestly say it's because of Beachbody that I don't have an eating disorder. For me, it saved my life that way. I've learned how to eat healthy, learn that food is good for me. You know, it's not about, you know, it's about being healthy, being active. You don't have to be super skinny. You don't have to be, you know, it's all about just being healthy and showing people that, you know, you don't have to do weight loss surgery. You don't have to, you know, go through, you know, these experiences, that if you're really willing to, you know, put yourself first and have the support, we're going to give it to you.
Yeah.
And people are amazing. Like, I could just cry.
I'm to cry. Yeah. I'm like, I'm trying not to cry.
So, you know, it's just like, you can change somebody's life by just sending them that message. So do it. You know, you don't know what they're thinking. You know, they say they're not interested. Okay. That's okay. Yeah. But if they see you consistent on your page, eventually they may come back to you and say, hey, look, I'm ready now.
Mm-hmm.
So
thank you so much, Jolene. Tell the littles I said hi, and I will talk to you soon, okay?
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay.